Hi guys, it's Maggie.
And Emma.
And welcome back to another episode of Love You Bye. Today we're going to talk a lot about a topic that's really important to us, and it is health and wellness. And we're going to get into our journeys with food and dieting, our past and current relationships with food, our workout routines, our favorite wellness supplement tips, self-care, and so much more. But first, we're going to start off with our peak and pit of the week.
This is our weekly tradition where we share the highest and lowest moments that happened to us this week.
Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I would have to say, I don't have a pit this week. I've been pretty happy and chill and loving life and doing my thing. So I guess my peak is that I've just had such a...
You're in your in-love era.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you can put it that way. I'm just super happy. I don't know. I've never felt happier before. I went through a rough patch in the fall, I feel, and over the summer, ever since I got back from California, because when I was in California, I feel like I was on such a high and life was just so great. And then when I got home, I just felt so out of place being home for so long. And then the fall was a really, really tough time for me, trying to get back into the groove of things of being in Boston. And I wanted to move, and I was looking for places to move at the beginning of December. And now I can finally say that I love being in Boston, and I just am really happy. And
I love that. No, that makes me happy because I honestly, I feel like I've been with you through all of your highs and lows of your life, and it just makes me so happy to see you so happy the way that just you are right now. And I was even, who was I saying this to? I think I was saying it to Graydon. And where were we? You and I went to Chick-fil-A. Remember the other day?
Oh, yeah.
We went to Chick-fil-A and you were just in such a good mood and so happy. You were grabbing my waist and tickling me.
What?
Yeah, you were. And it, you didn't notice that you were doing it, but you just were so happy, and it made me, I thought it was really cute. And it made me happy that you're so happy. My peak of the week, I think, honestly, I woke up this morning and it is Monday morning, and I opened up my front door and my new planner was on my doorstep. So that made my whole entire day. I got the Skinny Confidential planner.
Uh-oh.
So.
Not a day designer?
No, not a day designer, but I got the Skinny Confidential one and I really like it. And I wrote down all my stuff this morning, got super organized, sat down, did a bunch of work, really got my shit together before we recorded. It made me feel so good and organized. And my pit was that I got sick. My last 2 days of my Miami trip, I was sick, and I was miserable, and I was in a hotel, and it was the worst thing ever, because when you're sick and you don't have your own bed, it was so bad. And plus I was in a hotel and the bed was just not comfy, and there was barely any blankets on the bed. They have the thinnest little tiny sheet and then a comforter and then a blanket to go over it. And I don't know why I get really freaked out by comforters at hotels if they don't have a duvet. You know, at a hotel that
when they don't fold the sheets over it?
Yes, and they just fold sheets over it, but then it's you're sleeping and the comforter peeks through.
Oh, and the comforter's brown.
Yeah, and it's disgusting.
All over it. Ew, that no.
And the pillows were just really, really, they're flat. And it was
at the one?
In the one room that I was in, the first room, and then on our last night, I think that it was the first room that we stayed in that is one of the reasons why we got so sick, because it was literally as far as you could go down the hallway in the corner, closest to the water. And I think that there wasn't good ventilation in the room. Even in the bathroom, there was no fan. So it got really stuffy. We would take a shower and then it would be muggy. We would get into the room and it was muggy. And I would wash my hair at night, or after we went to the beach at 4 o'clock. My hair wouldn't dry till 9 o'clock at night.
Ew.
So something was up, and I think that we just got some sort of cold from being in the room. Yeah. And then the last night we called the front desk and we were we're so sorry to do this, but is there any way we could switch rooms for the last night? And they were yeah, no problem. They switched our room, and then the bed was comfier on the last night. But I don't know what it was. I think because our first room was one of the rooms that was an apartment with the kitchen, and it wasn't the same as the smaller rooms. I don't know. Anyway, I was sick and it was just the worst. I hate feeling sick, but I feel this is a really good episode for me to talk about that, because literally we're going to get into it in this episode. I got back from Miami Wednesday, and then I took a bunch of my supplements. I couldn't wait to get home and just take some supplements and vitamins and stuff that I have at home and just sleep. And so I'm going to talk about what I took that literally made me feel better in 24 hours. So with that being said, we are going to get into the episode. So to start off the episode about health and wellness, I think it's super important if we start off the conversation and we talk about like food and dieting, because you and I have been on YouTube for 5 years, and I feel like over the course of the 5 years, we have showed so much of what we eat.
And we've gone through a ton of different phases.
Yeah, like we had like a vegan era,
food combining
like plant-based diet, and now I feel like we're just in the position of like being very intuitive and like balanced. But even before, so like when we first started off YouTube, I feel like I was more, I don't know, I feel like back in 2017, 2018, that was like a time of life where it was like really restrictive in general. Like all the health accounts were like, you eat like a handful of almonds for a snack. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff was like trendy back then. And like the Kayla Itziness, what was that workout routine?
I literally forget
Bikini Body Guide. Yeah. Like everyone just wanted to like be skinny in 2018, 2017.
When I first started YouTube, I literally like, I would look back at my YouTube videos and I was like, oh, like I got this juice for lunch. Like what?
I would be like, oh, I need to make like healthy this or like healthy this. And everything was all about just being like eating clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just about how like we would work, like you had like a juice for lunch.
Yeah. Okay.
And I feel like our relationship with food in the past, like at least mine back then, was like restrictive. And I would be like, okay, well, I need to eat like super healthy. Like even if I knew I was going on vacation, I'd be like, I need to just be so healthy, you know? And then if I were to like eat something that was, say, in quotes, unhealthy, or if I had like ice cream or dessert or whatever, I would feel like I need to like work out.
And then I feel like, I mean, years have passed, but now my relationship with like eating and food is very just like, I eat like whatever I want, whenever I want. It's very balanced, you know, and not so crazy restrictive and stuff. But
we did have the period of, wait, when was that? 2019.
Yeah, 2019 was
it was like
combining era.
2019 to the beginning of 2020, or like when COVID started, I stopped doing it. So
Same.
It was like June 2019 to March 2020, which was the food combining era, which I think is important to talk about because we've literally never like sat down and talked about it. Well, I haven't talked about it in a YouTube video. I just said like, oh, I don't do it anymore. But I get so many comments and like see stuff on TikTok, especially if I'm on live or if I like see certain TikToks and people talk about food combining. They say like, oh, Maggie and Emma, and like blame us for eating disorders.
Which, let me just say something really quick. We didn't tell people to do it, but like people decide to do it. Like you and I even decided to do it ourselves. Like you are in control of your own body and no one is making you do anything. So following a way of eating, you decided to do.
And I feel like I just honestly did it for 21 days because of the book that came out, the Kenzie Burke 21 Day Reset.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to do that because I was in a point in my life where I had felt like I gained extra weight because I went on a birth control that made me gain like 15 pounds, and then I stopped taking birth control, and I just felt like I had gained weight from that, and also like being really stressed and overwhelmed from our parents' divorce.
For me, I had no control over anything in my life because my parents were getting divorced. I was still in high school. And the one thing at the end of the day that you can control is yourself, your own body, what you're putting into your body and stuff like that. So that's like why I even started
and I did it because I genuinely just wanted to like live a healthy lifestyle and incorporate like more greens into my diet.
Which I'd have to say it did. I feel like it taught me to add more greens to my diet. Because now I think like, oh, like if I'm gonna have like pasta for dinner, like make a side salad, you know?
Exactly.
Like
I would have never done that in the past.
I would have never done that in the past either, but now like I actually like will add certain things like that to, I don't follow the diet anymore, but I will eat like more greens and whatever.
And I feel like it helped me learn a lot more about like digestion and just like eating whole real foods and like less processed things. So yeah, and if you don't know what food combining is and you have no idea what we're talking about, basically it was like when you would eat fruit first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and then after that your meals would just be, say if you had a salad, you could pair that with protein. So like vegetables were always like neutral in the diet, and then you could pair it with a protein, and that would be basically, if you were having protein, you couldn't have a starch with it because of like something that had to do with it not being able to like digest as well. I don't know. So anyway, I would have a lot of like salads with protein, or I would have like starches with vegetables.
Yeah.
And just never had starches and proteins together. That's basically all that it was. And then I would like eat chocolate at night and drink tea. But like, honestly, I don't know. Like, I was obviously, like, it made me feel good. And it made me feel very like light. I think when I fully went vegan and cut animal protein out of my diet, that's where it messed me up. And I got like random acne. And I think it like messed up my hormones when I stopped eating.
I've never had such bad acne in my life until like a few months after doing that.
I think I was like very deficient in vitamins for being vegan.
Me too.
But basically that's like our relationship with food in the past. And then I feel like once lockdown happened, like our diet completely changed and we started to like eat normal again, like more balanced meals. So like a protein, starch, vegetable, healthy fat, stuff like that. And then now I just feel like I eat very intuitively. So it's like if I want, like, me and Emma went to Chick-fil-A the other day. Like, we literally were standing in line at the Apple store, like waiting to get our new phones. And we were like, okay, we don't have dinner until 8:30 and we're going to a sushi restaurant and we always feel hungry after we eat sushi. So let's go get Chick-fil-A, like after we go get our new phone, and then we'll like go to dinner later.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just listening to your body about like what your body's telling you that it wants.
I feel like my body's always the happiest when I just listen to it and give it what it wants.
Exactly, and don't overthink too much.
And then when you overthink it, you get too like deep and
then I think you like stress yourself
yeah,
out.
you stress yourself out. There's no point in stressing out.
Makes you hold on to like extra.
Stress makes me bloated.
Me too.
I can tell when I'm stressed out. Like, I get super just like irritable, bloated. My mood's different.
My body like
skin
retains
breaks
water.
out for sure.
So I feel like our relationship with food, that is basically like a background of how it has changed from the past to now, and just like our journey with food and dieting. Also, it's really interesting because like you and I, Emma, have been kind of on the same journey with our eating because we've lived together for the past like 5 years. So it's been kind of like the same for both of us. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm in a really good place. And one thing that I do want to work on in 2023 is like cooking a lot at home, because I honestly, like the past like 3 weeks I've been going out a lot, and I just like really want to work on cooking at home like Sunday through Thursday, and then going out to eat on like Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I just feel so much better when I cook at home. And plus, like, I love cooking and like trying new recipes and stuff like that. So that's just like one thing that I want to start doing.
I just hate cooking for one.
I know, it is really hard. I feel like a lot of the time, like when people do cook for one person, like they meal prep. But I don't know about you, but I'm like the type of person where I
hate leftovers and meal prepping.
Yeah, I don't like meal prepping either, because I feel like the food sits there for...
If you open up my fridge and it smelled like food, I would literally vomit. Like, I don't know why. Just one of the things that like scares me. Yeah. Not scares me, but just like not my favorite thing. But I don't know, like I like cooking easy things that I can eat like as a one person. Like breakfast and lunch is super easy. Dinner's just the one thing that's like, I don't mind having like soup and keeping it in the fridge. But other than that,
I don't mind keeping pasta in the fridge.
Pasta's fine, but like something stinky would scare me.
Yeah, that's why I feel like if anyone listening is in a position where like you feel like meal prepping would help your schedule so much because of like your work and stuff, I feel like I wish I had tips to give about meal prepping, but I just feel like the best thing is like overnight oats for breakfast. I actually do like making those.
Those are easy to do, yeah.
And then say like a lunch, I feel like having like cut up vegetables in your fridge with like a hummus
or
is
having
really
like
nice.
A chicken salad already made, so you can just like throw it on like on top of a salad or like in a sandwich, like in a wrap.
Yes, I love that. And like tuna salad.
I love tuna salad. I probably wouldn't keep it in my fridge, but I would make it right there then and there.
Yeah, and I feel like those things are super easy to just like whip up and, like you said, put on a salad, or even take like 2 pieces of sourdough bread, put some lettuce, add your chicken salad.
Yeah.
Yum.
So yummy.
And going along with like the topic of health and wellness, I honestly think that what you eat and what you put in your body is like what's most important. I have learned over the years that it's not exactly like how hard you work out and how much you work out. It really is just like being conscious of like what you consume and limiting obviously like the processed food that you eat and like the alcohol you're consuming. So I feel like when it comes to working out, and like workout routines, that's something that I have like really softened into over the past few years.
They do call it the 80-20 rule. Like, it's 80% what you eat, 20% working out. Because, like, everything is made, like, in the kitchen, like, for, like, health.
No, I completely agree. Because, like, when I am really focused on eating more whole foods and, like, a lot of protein, veggies, like, a balanced meal, I feel like I'm the most toned in my stomach, even if I don't work out. And what's your workout routine like right now?
I go to Pilates 3 times a week, and then the days I don't go to Pilates, I walk. I don't love walking on a treadmill, but during the wintertime, I'm not walking outside. So I'll walk, like, on the treadmill, or, like, go on walks outside if it's, like, a nice day. But, yeah, that's all I really have been doing. Or I'll, like, go to the gym, and I'll do... My friend, Callie, she has some workout plans, and her gym one is really good. I like her fitness programs. I'll do that if I'm like feeling like lifting a weight, but I don't love lifting. So that's what I do. Nothing really crazy.
Yeah, I love that. A lot of like low impact workouts.
Yeah.
I swear like those types of workouts are what you're really going to see results from, because it's not going to like put a lot of stress on your body. Like I've seen so many people talk about it.
I don't like workouts that like stress me out. Like I used to do this one workout at actually SLT. I used to be a huge SLT girl, go all the time. I would go daily, but it's way too crazy. It's like they're like, go like do burpees on the reformer.
Plus
like,
you have that music blaring, and it's like,
yeah, it's very like cortisol levels through the roof.
Yeah,
you know, and like lifting heavy like is not what my body likes. And doing like, I used to go to yoga sculpt a lot too, which I love. Hot yoga I love, but yoga sculpt, there's like jumping and like weights and doing all this crazy stuff, and at the end I'd be like, my body just felt so exhausted. Like when my body feels so exhausted after a workout, and like I feel like I just want to sleep for the rest of the day, I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I'm burning myself out. I just like stuff that's like low impact and just very chill.
I agree. And plus what I like about that, like the low impact workouts, is that a lot of it is free, and like you can do it from home.
Oh my god, you can do it from home. You can do it from anywhere. You could literally be anywhere and just do like a 20-minute. Melissa Wood Health has really good like 20-minute ones that you can do like in a hotel room, or like standing series, or like things like that. And you don't need that much space at all. You just need like a towel. That's it.
Her subscription, if you like calculate it for the year, it ends up being so much cheaper than like individual workout classes are expensive. They're like $30 a class.
I do privates, and private lessons are like 100 something.
Yeah, it's crazy. So really crazy. You really don't have to be spending a lot of money on your workouts to be able to like get a really good workout in. Like you just going outside and like going for a walk, or even getting a yoga mat and rolling it out and doing at home mat Pilates is like so beneficial.
I know that you can find some Pilates on YouTube if you just look up mat Pilates. Like I'm sure you can find like a little flow.
Yeah, and there's so many online platforms.
Oh yeah.
Right now, which is really nice. And I just feel like, yeah, I love doing that type of stuff too. I do work out once a week with Mike, my trainer, and I lift weights, but it's only once a week, and I feel like, I don't know, that just makes me happy. And then other than that, I like to like walk, and I do a lot of Melissa Wood Health as well.
I feel like if you're looking to get into a consistent workout routine, finding the workouts that you like to do and that make you feel really good after and make you feel super happy, you'll like stay in a routine of doing that.
Yeah.
And don't overdo it.
Yeah, don't overdo
it.
Like
if you're overbooking yourself, you're gonna be like, like I don't want to go, you know? But if you do it like you bring your friends, you go to a work class like in the morning or at night or whatever fits into your schedule, and you are like, if it's in the morning, you get coffee after, like you make a little routine out of it. It makes it easier to look forward to doing rather than just like,
I agree. Like I used to have this routine a couple years ago, like before COVID started and like all the workout classes completely shut down. I would go to Soul Cycle. That was like my favorite workout at the time. I would do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I would go to the same class every week, and I would go with one of my friends, and we would like get coffee after and like made it this whole thing, and it was super fun. And that's like what really got me into like a good routine.
Yeah.
Also, I've never tried ClassPass, but what? I've never tried ClassPass, But I feel like I've seen so many people talk about it, and that's like a good way to like try different classes if you do live in a city and you don't know what you like.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing to try out, because like I know that there's so many classes on there. And also if you have an Equinox membership, which I mean it's expensive, like it's a really expensive membership, but if you do have it, they have so many different classes and they're unlimited. So the way that I looked at it, say $200 membership for the month, but if you do the math and you divide or take 200 divided by 30 and then like add up how much that would be if you took like a different class every single day, because you really do get your money's worth when you're like using all of the benefits that the facility has and like all the amenities. They have like Pilates, spin classes, hot yoga, like running classes. They have so much stuff there. So if you're like a class person and you want to try out a bunch of different things and you have an Equinox membership, like I definitely, or have an Equinox near you, I definitely recommend like trying that out.
Also, I feel like a lot of workout places do like first class free to try it out to get you in there. So if you're looking to try new places.
Aside from workout routines, I think that it's super important. Like you and I have really, I would say that we have like very consistent like self-care routines, which is also very important. Like not only the workouts that you do, but also like the way that you're taking care of your body outside of the gym and outside of your workouts, I feel like is very important. And one thing that I'm like really, really trying to do is drinking 3 liters of water a day.
I know, me too.
I like used to be really good about it and I stopped.
In high school, oh my god, I was crazy. I would drink like 4 liters, which is really excessive, but I was really good at drinking a ton of water. Lately, I haven't been good at it because like, I feel like in the wintertime, I get really bad at drinking water. Summertime, I'll drink water all day long. But wintertime, I'm just like, I'm cold. Like, I don't want to just...
Drinking more water for me, I like to spice up my water.
I put like lemon in my water.
Me too.
Every single one of my friends is like, can I have a sip of your water? They take a sip and they're like, oh my god, because there's lemon in it. They all freak out because they're like, I didn't expect there to be lemon. But it makes me drink more water by putting lemon in it.
I think I have like 3 different waters I drink a day.
Yeah, or like I like to put my stuff in, like I'll have one certain bottle that I use in the morning when I go to my workout class, and then I fill up my hydro flask for like the last, like, I'm not a Stanley girl. Those things really scare me.
I've never tried one, but I don't think that...
I don't like them.
You know what I don't like about it?
I've never tried one and I just don't like it. I'm never going to use one. Nope.
You know what I think I don't like about it?
What?
And this is going to be really random. I don't like the logo.
I don't
the
like
logo,
the logo,
like the big...
like the
what
handle.
is it? What is the logo?
Maggie, I don't like
it's
the
like
handle.
Moose.
Stop. I don't like
I think the moose scares
It's
me.
the scariest thing in the whole entire world.
I don't know. I like
I
something
feel like
that's
you could take it with the
sleek.
handle and hit against someone's head because it's so big.
Oh my god. I'm really into the Simple Modern like 1 liter tumbler with a straw. And I also like my 1 liter Yeti cup, and I like my... I don't have a Hydro Flask anymore. But I love my 1 liter Yeti. I have a white one, and I put like... I have extra straws that came with my Simple Modern tumblers, and I use those in my Yeti.
Yeah, I have one of those big ass Hydro Flasks. I literally don't know what size it is, but it's like bigger than a liter.
Wait, yeah, those ones are 40 ounces.
42.
Yeah, 42.
So like that's more than a liter.
I miss mine. I don't know what happened to it. I think that it was like white and it got really dirty.
I just got a new black one, and they have a new straw lid. And it's perfect. It doesn't leak. It's not weird. It doesn't make a noise.
Later and order one.
Amazon, if you don't know what she's talking about.
Ammy. Okay, wait, I love that. Oh my god. Did you see my Instagram story the other day of my new wellness drawer?
Yeah.
I took all of my supplements out of my cabinet. I have this cabinet at my house which has like all my vitamins, all my supplements, all my tea, and it was literally a mess. And I took all of the boxes of the individual supplements that I have, and I got these acrylic organizers off of Amazon, and I took a drawer off of Ammy, and I took a drawer that I have at my house, and I literally cleaned it out. It was like my junk drawer. This is your sign if you have a junk drawer at your house. Clean that shit out, get rid of it, and make it into like a wellness drawer.
Is
you don't
like,
need a junk
you
drawer.
hold on to that junk too.
Oh my god, and like it just stresses you out. Like you're holding on
Might
to it.
as well turn that into a wellness drawer.
2023 is the year of wellness drawers. So I got my acrylic dividers off of Amy, and I organized all of my supplements. So I have like a ton of Symbiotica like packets, like the vitamin C, magnesium, antioxidant, like stuff like that. And then I have my Element hydration packs.
Element hydration packs.
The electrolyte packs are so good.
Never ever ever drink a liquid IV or any other freaky thing. Only drink Element. I
The
swear.
orange ones are the best.
Or the raspberry salt. Orange
The
and
raspberry salt reminds me of when it was, okay, POV, it's 2020.
You're
you and I.
hungover?
No, Emma.
Okay, never mind.
POV, it's 2020. You and I lived at our apartments where we had them across the hall from each other.
Yeah. And we'd get up and go to Mike.
And we would get up and go to our workout with Mike, and it would be like early in the morning, and I would open my door, and you'd be standing there with your hydro flask, and I would say, can I have a sip? And you'd be like, sure. And I would take a sip, and it would be raspberry salt. Literally that would come out of your hydro flask.
But those actually, I'm not kidding you, if you drink one of those, you don't, okay, because drinking a lot of water, sometimes your body doesn't actually, like, your
Absorb
cells
it
don't
and hydrate
actually
it.
absorb the water you're drinking. If you put an Element pack into your water, I put it into, like, one of the liters that I drink during my day, and you actually absorb, like, the nutrients.
in the minerals.
In the minerals that you're getting from that pack, that I swear after I drink that, I feel super hydrated. But anyway,
I agree.
I love that one.
And what else do I have? Oh, I have the Peak Tea Beauty Elixir electrolytes. Those are really good. They taste like blue Gatorade. And then I have this brand called Live On, and the ones from Erewhon, like the vitamin C and the magnesium. Probiotics, I love Ritual Symbiotic Plus. It's like the prebiotic, probiotic.
It tastes minty too when you take it, so you don't gag. Oh, I hate taking
And
pills
you can take them on an
sometimes.
empty stomach.
Yep,
which is
really
nice,
because
'cause-
I don't like the ones that you have to take, because sometimes in the morning, even though it's really good for your hormones to eat within an hour of waking up, I don't love to eat right away sometimes because I get nauseous.
Me too. I'm like not hungry when I wake up.
Yeah, but all the wellness, I mean, not even wellness girlies, but my that lady that I had, what was it called?
A functional medicine doctor?
Yeah, she told me that I had to eat in an hour within waking up, and I'm not going to help with my hormones. But back to my story that I was saying. Sometimes I feel super nauseous in the morning, and I don't eat right away, so then I forget to take my probiotic. But the Ritual one, you can take it on an empty stomach, and you don't even need to think about anything else. So, yeah.
And lastly, Athletic Greens. Do you take that?
No, I'm not really. I've never gotten into any of those.
Oh, I like it.
I've not even gone into it. I've just never tried it. But if Athletic Greens wants to, like, pass them over, I'll try some.
I really like it.
Yeah,
I
I've
like to
tried
have
it
it in the morning with my vitamin C, and then I do
I couldn't even tell you what it is.
I could tell you. One scoop has over 75 vitamins and minerals.
Okay, I also
No, it's
really
really
like
good.
Coconut Cult probiotic yogurt. A tablespoon of that every morning.
Oh, yeah.
No joke. Like, is just so, it's an active live probiotic. It has something 2 billion amount in it, or I don't know. But all I know is that since it's a live one, that's really, really, really good for your tummy. Putting a scoop of that in your overnight oats, putting that in a smoothie, having it alone, like, it's so yummy. But
I love Coconut Cult.
Me too.
I like the original, just like the
love
pink one.
original.
That one's my
It's
favorite.
It has an acquired taste. It's kind of sour, but, like, I love it. I love stuff that tastes healthy.
Me too.
Tastes like grass, but that doesn't taste like grass.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, a juice that tastes like ginger or something, like, yeah. Anyway.
Oh, lastly, what I'm going to talk about, like, I have a juice recipe that I need to put you guys on before we get into the listener Q&A.
Wait, one more supplement that I really have been liking is Moon Juice.
I
They have
love
a
Moonie.
ton of supplements. The Magnesium, I think it's called, is really... Is it Magnesium?
I take the hair one.
Well, yeah, they have Super Hair, which is... Wait, let me go... I need to see what the one is called.
I take the hair one by Moon Juice, and I really like it. Honestly, like, my hair has been growing so much. I cut my hair, like, really short.
These are my favorites. So Super Hair, the one that Maggie was just talking about. Magnesium. It tastes like berry, and it has... I don't know how to say it, but the L-theanine, which is really, really good for, like, anxiety and stuff like that. This promotes relaxation and sleep. And then I also really like the I also really like the Super U. This helps reduce cortisol levels and like helps balance stress and anxiety, and not anxiety, but like feeling anxious and stuff like that. So those are my favorites that I've been taking by Moon Juice.
Okay, everybody, take out your pad of paper, open up your notes app, and you need to try this green juice recipe. I can't take credit for this. This goes to Dr. Daryl.
Oh,
this is his
so
green
good.
juice, and I'm obsessed with it.
You only need a blender.
Yeah, you make it in a blender. You don't need like a fancy juicer, because when you juice vegetables and fruit, you actually strip them of all of the fiber.
The fiber goes into one side of the juicer, and then you end up just throwing that away. But this way, it's like you get all of it.
Yeah, you get all of it, and the fiber is actually like really, really good for you. So this juice is celery, cucumber, spinach, ginger, lemon, cilantro, and coconut water. And you blend it up. Make sure it's like really blended through. I have a Vitamix blender, and I press like the smoothie option, and it like blends on high for like 50 seconds. And then it gives you like the most refreshing green juice you'll ever have. And I swear that it makes your like insides, they like smile. And it's really good for inflammation, and also it like alkalizes your body. And it's just like really delicious, and I've been drinking it for years, and I'm obsessed with it. So yeah. And to end off the episode, we have some listener questions this week that were sent in by all of you guys, and we just want to answer some of them that were most frequently asked. And I'm very excited. So if you sent in questions, thank you so much for doing that. We love when you guys send them in, and we try as hard as we can to answer the ones that are like most asked by everybody. So number 1, best way to be healthy while being low maintenance. I personally feel like the best way to be healthy while being low maintenance is to make sure that you are eating a balanced diet. I think that this, like, you don't need to worry about like supplements and anything like that, because I know that they can like get expensive, like all the different supplements that are out there. We got a few comments about that. If you literally go on Google and search up the balanced plate, it'll show you an example. I'm gonna pull it up right here just so I'm not like butchering this. Okay, yeah. So basically, if you look at it, half of the plate, it's gonna be cut up into like quarters. And so 1/4 is whole grains, 1/4 is a healthy protein, and then there's like a bigger section on like the other half. It's like mostly vegetables, and at the bottom it's like fruits. And then you add in like healthy fats, which could be like avocado oil, olive oil, literally like avocado, nuts, yeah, stuff like that. And I think just like focusing on eating a balanced diet of whole real foods, that is like the best way to start, and like the most low maintenance, because you can really like hit that at every meal. And I feel like that's like so beneficial for your health.
Like, to create a healthy lifestyle is like what you put in is what you're gonna get out.
Next question, how to balance a healthy and fun but not restrictive lifestyle.
Everything in moderation. That's what our mom always said.
I agree. Like, you can still go out to dinner with your friends, and obviously like if you do drink, like have cocktails on the weekend. But I think just like being mindful and like trying to have things in moderation. Like, at least for me, I know like how much I can drink. Like, I know my limits when it comes to alcohol, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes like I get really excited if I'm like with my friends or something, and I'll like drink more than I should have, and I'll be hungover the next day. But I just think that like not being so hard on yourself, and just like really listening to your body.
And you have to think about how like you only have one life. You might as well just live it and do your thing. What makes you happy, you know?
Yeah.
Next question. How do you avoid bloating on vacation, and food sensitivity?
Okay, I think this goes along with our last question, which is tips on balancing your hormones. I think that it all starts literally with your getting a hormone test and like balancing your hormones and making sure you have a healthy gut. Because I like got a hormone test a few years ago, which I want to do another one just because I have like skin problems. But I swear, like, once I started to eat a balanced diet and I got my hormones tested and I focused on gut health, like all of my bloating went away.
Yeah, mine too. I used to be so bloated every single day, before I got my hormone test and like I literally took, so TMI and so disgusting, but
Ew,
like
I know what you're gonna say.
the gut test that I did was like I can't even say
stool
it.
test.
Yes, a
Yeah.
stool test, which is so gross.
But you had to do it.
But I had to do it. I had the worst
Emma
problems.
could breathe air, and her stomach she would literally look like she was 5 months
Which
pregnant.
like now I'm completely fine. Like I go my day without like getting bloated. I mean, sometimes if I like here and there, if I have something that'll like make me a little bloated, like I know now like what if I were to eat something, like it will make me bloated, and like what to eat, what to like watch out for and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like balancing hormones, healing your gut is gonna help a lot with bloating. And for bloating on vacation, something I try to do, because I travel a ton, and I do notice like after flying or being in a car for a long time, I tend to get a little bit bloated. I like to get, when I'm in the airport, I get personally, I love getting Smart Water at the airport, or any single 1 liter bottle.
Me too. The Smart Water tastes the best.
It does taste the best, but I get 2 1-liter bottles, and I finish one on the plane. I mean, depending on how long the flight is. If the flight's literally 6 hours, I'll try to drink both, but I'll probably get through like the whole first one and half of the second. But I drink one for the plane ride, and then I save one for after the plane ride, and just making sure you're hydrated. Also, like taking magnesium. Magnesium helps a lot with bloating. I don't know how or why, but I just know that it does. Like taking a few like magnesium capsules can help too.
Probiotics.
The
Ritual
obviously.
one is really good. And yeah, I think also another thing that helps me is making sure that I am drinking a lot of water and like moving throughout the day. Like when I'm on vacation, like wake up in the morning and get a little bit of movement in, like walking and getting a coffee and like going for a walk outside if you're somewhere warm. Like I think that helps a lot, because like when you're just like laying by the pool or on the beach, obviously you're not going to be like moving your body, and then you're just like sitting there like eating whatever you ordered and like getting drinks if you do. And I just think that like that also like makes it harder to, keep things. Well, that concludes today's episode. Thank you all for tuning in, and make sure to subscribe and listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys listen to the show, and give us a rating.
Yeah, give us a rating. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, all the different socials out there. I'm Emma McDonald on all of them.
And follow along Maggie McDonald.
And also we have a Instagram for our podcast.
Yeah, we do. It's called Love Ya Bye Pod on Instagram, and we need to work on posting more on that in 2023. So
follow it and we'll post more.
Yes. See you all next week. Thank you
Love
for
ya.
tuning in. Love you. Bye.
Bye.